Hi, my name is Lee Davis and I would like to welcome you to this video where you will watch and learn to play keyboards or piano. This video is designed to teach a beginner the fundamental skills and techniques needed to play the keyboard or piano. I highly recommend that you purchase the companion book, Keyboard Primer, which contains all the material in this video plus additional information and includes an audio CD. Having the book will permit you to practice away from the TV and go over exercises and songs without having to constantly rewind the video. This video is divided into 4 sections. Section 1 teaches you about the keyboard itself, correct playing posture, and starts you playing basic exercises. Section 2 teaches you about rhythm and note reading. Section 3 teaches you how to play chords. And Section 4 teaches you about playing scales. The information in this video is presented based on difficulty, from easy to more difficult. If you understand the information in the beginning of the video, you may proceed to the more difficult parts by fast forwarding. Let's begin with 4 objectives you must understand. If you are playing an acoustic piano, you may skip to objective 2. If you have an electronic keyboard, we will help you get started. Most keyboards have an on-off switch located on the back, either on the far right or far left. Locate the switch and turn it on. Many keyboards come with internal speakers so you can hear what you are playing. If your keyboard has no speakers, you'll need an amplifier and an instrument cable. Plug one end of the cable into the output jack of the keyboard and the other end into the input jack of the amplifier. Make sure the amp is turned off before you plug it in. Now turn on the amplifier and adjust the volume so you can hear it. Make sure it is loud enough so you don't have to pound on the keys. In this video, we'll use a piano sound. Most keyboards automatically select a piano sound when you turn them on. Your keyboard should sound like this. If it doesn't, go through the settings until you find the piano sound. There's also a volume control usually located on the far left of the keyboard. This will adjust how loud or soft your keyboard is. If you aren't getting any sound and you're using an amp, make sure the volume knob on the amp is turned up. If you are having trouble, call your local music store for help. The keyboard should be at a height a little below your elbows when you're sitting down. Adjust the stand to get the keyboard at the correct height. You will also need a comfortable chair and a music stand. It's very important to play in the proper position. Sit up straight, don't slouch, your chiropractor wouldn't like it. Let your arms hang down freely and then raise your hands close to a 90-degree angle. Don't rest your arms on your knees when you're playing. Fingers should never be straight but curved like you're holding a grapefruit. When striking the keys, play on the tips of your fingers. It should look like this, not this. Finally, place your feet in a comfortable position. Your body should be relaxed while you're playing the piano. After all, this should be an enjoyable experience, not a workout. Pianos have 88 keys. On electronic keyboards, there are usually less. You may have 76, 61, or fewer. These keys may be touch sensitive. This means they may respond louder or softer, depending on how hard you strike them. If the keyboard is not touch sensitive, it will be fine for this course. The keys are divided into white and black keys. Black keys are divided into groups of 3s and 2s. The most important key for locating your place on the keyboard is middle C. The note C is always located directly to the left of the group of 2 black keys. Middle C is the C closest to the center of the keyboard. Find and play middle C with me. Now, let's look at the other white keys. Start again with middle C. The white key to the right is the note D. To the right of that note is E, F, G, A, B, and C. This note is C again, but one octave higher than middle C. Start again with this C and name all the white keys to the right of it. C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. All the white keys on the piano are named like this. You should take some time here and memorize these notes. Now let's learn the black keys. Notice the black keys are grouped in 2s and 3s all the way up and down the keyboard. Let's find middle C again. Just to the right of middle C is the black key C sharp. Sharp means 1/2 step or one key higher than the original note. This same black key could also be called D flat. Flat means 1/2 step or one key lower than the original note. So we have C, C sharp, D, and the next black key D sharp or E flat. D sharp because it is 1/2 step higher than D, and E flat because it is 1/2 step lower than E. Now let's move on to the group of 3 black keys. Just to the right of the note F is the key F sharp or G flat. Just to the right of G is the key G sharp or A flat. To the right of A is A sharp or B flat. It is worth noting that there is no black key between B and C or E and F. Take some time here and memorize the black keys on the keyboard. Even though we're not going to use the black keys in this video, it is important that you learn about them for future use. For fingering purposes, we use numbers for each finger. Take both hands and bring them together so each finger is touching the identical finger on the other hand, like so. The thumb on each hand is 1, the index finger on each hand is 2, the middle finger is 3, the ring finger is 4, and the pinky is 5. This is a great way to remember how to number your fingers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now let's play a simple exercise. Remember middle C? Find it and place your right thumb on it. Now play middle C and the 4 white keys right or up the keyboard one at a time. Use your first finger, second finger, third finger, fourth finger, and fifth finger. It should sound like this. C, D, E, F, G. Now play this with me. Now play it backwards or down the keyboard. Start with your pinky this time. Now play it up and down the keyboard. Remember, up is always to the right and down is always to the left. As you play these exercises, make sure that your elbows, arms, and fingers are in the correct position. Now let's do the same thing with the left hand. Place your left thumb on middle C and play the 4 white keys to the left one at a time. Use your first finger, second finger, third finger, fourth finger, and fifth finger. It should sound like this. C, B, A, G, F. Play this with me. Now play it up the keyboard. Start with your pinky this time. Now play it down and up the keyboard. Now let's try something new. We'll play the same exercise, but this time with a quarter balancing on the middle of your hand. Your goal should be to keep the quarter balanced on the hand and not fall off. This will promote good hand position and keep your arms and wrists from moving too much. This is proper hand technique. This may take some practice, so be patient. We will do each hand, right hand first. Start with your thumb on middle C. Now try the left hand. Start with your thumb on middle C. This is a great beginning exercise to develop finger dexterity and become familiar with the keyboard. Make this exercise a regular part of your practice and try to practice every day for 30 minutes or more. Practice the exercises we have learned in this section until you are comfortable playing them. At this point, you should know how to set up your keyboard, be able to turn it on, and adjust the volume. Proper playing position. Sit straight, don't slouch, and have your arms and hands and fingers in the correct position. Understand the keys on the keyboard and be able to find middle C. Know the correct finger numbers for the right and left hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's use what we have learned so far and play a song. Start with middle C, follow this with D, another C, F, back to C, then D, E, back to D, and end with C. Now let's add some simple rhythm. Each note will last 4 counts. 1, 2, 3, 4. It is very important that you count along with me so you will learn to play in time. Let's play the same notes as before, but this time count with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, C, 2, 3, 4, D, 2, 3, 4, C, 2, 3, 4, F, 2, 3, 4, C, 2, 3, 4, D, 2, 3, 4, E, 2, 3, 4, D, 2, 3, 4, C, 2, 3, 4. Now we're going to play this tune one more time, but with the band. Make sure you count as you play along with this song. Remember, each note lasts 4 counts. You will hear a 4-beat count-off from the drums. Now we will play a similar song with the left hand. Start again with middle C, but this time with the thumb on your left hand. Play C, B, C, G, C, B, A, B, and end with C. Try this with me. C, 2, 3, 4, B, 2, 3, 4, C, 2, 3, 4, G, 2, 3, 4, C, 2, 3, 4, B, 2, 3, 4, A, 2, 3, 4, B, 2, 3, 4, C, 2, 3, 4. Now let's play this tune with the band. Remember to count so you will play with good timing. Let me give you several practice tips that will greatly enhance and speed up your learning. Practice slowly at first. Let your brain and fingers get used to doing what you want them to do. Think of it like programming a computer. Take your time to program correctly, and speed will not be a problem. Repetition is the way to learn music. Practice techniques over and over until they are comfortable. It is important that you repeat things correctly. As a wise teacher once said, practice doesn't make perfect, perfect practice makes perfect. Find the difficult technique in a song or exercise and practice the most difficult section. Just playing through the whole song over and over will not get you there as fast. And don't be afraid to pause the video whenever necessary and work on a part. Rewinding and rewatching sections will also be very useful. If you are learning on a piano which is not near a VCR, make sure you have the keyboard primer book. The musical alphabet consists of 7 letters: A, B, C, D, E, F, and G. To read these notes, we must learn about the staff. The staff is a system of lines and spaces telling you which note to play. The symbol to the left is called the clef. This is the treble clef, and it tells you what each line and space means, kind of like the key to a map. The lines represent these notes: E, G, B, D, and F. You can remember this by "Every good boy does fine." The spaces represent the letters F, A, C, E. Just remember the word face. You should memorize these notes and where they are on the staff. The staff is divided up into sections called measures. The lines are called bar lines. Each measure gets a certain number of counts. We will start with each measure getting 4 counts or beats. Count 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. This is called the time signature and tells us how many beats are in a measure. 4-4 means there are 4 beats to a measure. If it were 3-4, it would mean there are 3 beats to a measure. We will start by learning 3 different types of notes: the whole note, the half note, and the quarter note. The round portion of the note is called the head, and the line is called the stem. A whole note lasts 4 beats. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here's a half note. It lasts 2 beats. As I'm counting 1, 2, 3, 4, notice I play on beats 1 and 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is what a quarter note looks like, and it lasts 1 beat. 1, 2, 3, 4. Remember middle C? Here's where you find middle C on the staff. Notice the head of the note is below the staff. It is on what is called a ledger line and is a whole note. The numbers above the notes indicate the fingers to use. The 1 means use the first finger on the right hand, which is the thumb. There's another type of notation you must learn called rests. A rest means don't play anything. This is a whole note rest and has 4 beats. This is a half note rest and lasts 2 beats. This is a quarter note rest and lasts 1 beat. Let's combine these different note values. The first measure will be a whole note, the second measure half notes, and the third measure quarter notes. We will play this exercise 2 times. Play with me. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now let's learn to read a few more notes on the treble clef. Here's the note D, 1 space below the treble clef. Here's the note E, the lowest line of the treble clef. Here's the note F, the lowest space of the treble clef. And here's G, the second line from the bottom of the treble clef. Now let's play an exercise using all of these notes. We will play each note 4 times. Notice they are each quarter notes. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. We can now play the right hand exercise we learned at the beginning of this video, but this time while reading notes. Start at middle C with the thumb on your right hand. Play C, D, E, F, G, G, F, E, D, C. 1, 2, 3, 4. This time a little faster with a band to back us up. You will hear a 4-beat count-off from the drumsticks. Let's learn a simple song using the treble clef. Watch the notation and play along at a reduced speed. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here's the whole song up to speed and with the band. Let's combine what we know and play another song called Ode to Joy. Follow the notation and play along at a reduced speed. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now play this song with the band. You will hear a 4-beat count-off from the drumsticks. The piano uses 2 clefs. We have already learned the treble clef. Now let's learn the bass clef. Generally, the right hand will play the treble clef and the left hand will play the bass clef. Here's the bass clef. The lines in the bass clef represent the notes G, B, D, F, and A. Think Good Boys Don't Fly Away. The spaces represent A, C, E, and G. You can think All Cows Eat Grass. Now let's learn some notes in the bass clef. Remember middle C? Middle C is one ledger line above the bass clef. B is the note one space above the bass clef. The top line of the bass clef is the note A. The top space of the bass clef is the note G. The second line from the top of the bass clef is the note F. Let's play these notes. We will play each note 4 times. Notice they are all quarter notes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now let's play the left hand exercise we played at the beginning of the video, but this time reading the bass clef. Place your thumb on your left hand on middle C. Now play C, B, A, G, F, F, G, A, B, C. Now play this song with the band. You will hear a 4-beat count off from the drumsticks. To learn this tune, we must first learn some lower notes in the bass clef. Let's start with the note C, but 1 octave lower than middle C. Play this note with your pinky. The white key to the right of this is the note D. Play this note with your 4th finger. The next white key to the right is the note E. Play this note with your 3rd finger. Now play the note F with your 2nd finger. Now play the note G with your thumb. Practice these notes with me. C, D, E, F, G. Now backwards. G, F, E, D, C. We will use these notes to play Clair de Lune, but this time using the bass clef. Now play the whole song at a reduced tempo. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now let's do this once more, but this time with the band. This is what both clefs look like when combined. It is what is called the grand staff. Middle C is right in the middle between the two. Remember to practice reading the notes and not just the finger numbers. This will enable you to read more complicated exercises and songs. Now let's play these 2 exercises for the right and left hand, one after the other. Play C, D, E, F, G, F, E, D, C with the right hand, and now with the left hand play C, B, A, G, F, G, A, B, C. Let's do this once more, but this time with the band. We will play this exercise through twice. Here's another exercise. Start with your right hand and play C, E, G, E, C. Use your first, third, and fifth fingers. Read the notes and play this exercise again with me. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now let's do a similar exercise with the left hand. Start with your thumb on middle C and play C, A, F, A, C. Use your first, third, and fifth fingers. Concentrate on reading the notes and play this exercise with me. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's do it one more time along with the band. Now we're going to learn the left hand or bass line to Ode to Joy. In the last measure, we will use a new technique where you will cross your thumb under your third finger. Here's what it should look like. Now practice this crossover with me. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now try the whole bass line with me. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now let's combine both hands and play the treble clef and the bass clef at once. Practice slowly and be patient. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's do it one more time along with the band. Combining both hands is tricky, so make sure you rewind the video and practice this over and over until you're comfortable with it. Let's learn a song called Major Melody. Here's what the song sounds like. Let's learn the right hand part. Follow the music and play along. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here's the left-hand part. Follow the music and play along. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. You should practice each one of these parts until you can play them evenly and smoothly. Now let's combine both hands. We will divide this song into two parts. Here's part 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. And here's part 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. We will now play the whole song at a reduced speed. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. We will now speed it up and play along with the band. In this section, we're going to play chords, and we'll learn a few more notes in the treble clef. It may be helpful to remember our staff lines using "Every Good Boy Does Fine" and our spaces using F-A-C-E. First, let's learn the note A. A is the second space from the bottom. Here's B, the middle line of the treble clef. Here's C, one octave higher than middle C. It is the second space from the top of the treble clef. Here's the note D, the second line from the top of the treble clef. And here's the note E, the top space of the treble clef. And finally, the note F, the top line of the treble clef. Now let's play all the notes we know in the treble clef. Start with middle C. For this example, use the index finger on your right hand to play all the notes. C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, and F. We can now learn to play chords on the keyboard. Chords are made when we play 3 or more notes at a time. Let's start with a C major chord. Play the notes C, E, and G at the same time with your right hand. Use your first finger, third finger, and fifth finger. It should sound like this. Now try this with me. This is a C major chord. We will now play chords starting on each of the white keys by playing every other white key and using the first, third, and fifth fingers. Start with C major, play the notes C, E, and G. Let's make a chord starting on the note D. We will play the notes D, F, and A using the same fingers as above. This makes a D minor chord. Play this with me. Now let's make a chord starting on the note E, again using the same fingers. We're playing the notes E, G, and B. This is an E minor chord. Starting on the note F, we can make an F major chord. We're playing the notes F, A, and C. Starting on the note G, we can make a G major chord. We're playing the notes G, B, and D. Starting on the note A, we can make an A minor chord. We're playing the notes A, C, and E. Starting on the note B, we can make a B diminished chord. We're playing the notes B, D, and F. And finally, we begin one octave higher on the key C again and make a C major chord. We could go all the way up the keyboard making these same chords over and over. Let's play this together. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. We can also do the same thing with the left hand. Start on the note C, one octave below middle C with your pinky. Place your fifth finger on C, your third finger on E, and your first finger on G. It should sound like this. Now let's go up the keyboard using these fingers and making all the chords in the key of C, which means we are using all the white keys. Start on C, D minor, E minor, F, G, A minor, B diminished, and C. We can now play our first song containing chords. We will start with a C major chord. Here it is at a slow tempo. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now let's try the same chords with the left hand. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here's the whole song up to speed and with a band. now play the same tune, but this time we will play chords with the right hand and a bass line with the left. Here are the notes we will play with the left hand. Practice this left hand part until you're very comfortable with it. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here comes the tricky part, combining both hands. Practice this very slowly. Let's try this together. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now for the same song with a band and up to tempo. Let's learn our first scale. Scales are important because all the melodies and chords you hear in songs are derived from scales. The first scale we will learn is the C major scale. This is what it sounds like. We're playing all the white keys starting on middle C and playing up to the next C. These are the notes we're playing: C, D, E, F, G, A, B, and C. To play this scale, start with your right hand. Place your thumb on middle C. Play C, D, E. Then cross your thumb under your third finger and play F, G, A, B, C. Play this with me. 1, 2, 3, 4. To descend, start with your pinky and play C, B, A, G, F. Then cross your third finger over your thumb and play E, D, C. Play this with me. 1, 2, 3, 4. We will now learn the C major scale forwards and backwards. Play this with me. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here's a good crossover exercise. Play E, F, repeatedly. Use the third finger on the right hand to play E and the thumb to play F. It should sound like this. Now get out your quarter again and try playing the C major scale with a quarter balancing on your right hand. 1, 2, 3, 4. We must also learn the C major scale with our left hand. Start with your thumb on middle C and play C, B, A, then cross your thumb under your third finger and play G, F, E, D, C. Play this with me. 1, 2, 3, 4. To ascend, start with your pinky on C and play C, D, E, F, G, then cross your third finger over your thumb and play A, B, C. Now play this with me. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's do the crossover exercise we learned earlier, but this time with the left hand. Place your thumb on G below middle C, and then play A with your third finger. Play this repeatedly. It should sound like this. Using the notes from the C major scale, we can now learn another song. In this song, we will be playing eighth notes. Remember quarter notes, 1, 2, 3, 4. Eighth notes are counted 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. We will divide this song into two sections. Here's the right hand part to section 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here is section 2, the right hand part. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now section 1 with both the right and left hand parts. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now here's section 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's play the whole song at a reduced tempo. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now play the whole song up to speed and with a band. We're going to learn another song using the C major scale. This song is a little more difficult, so practice slowly at first and then work up to speed. We will divide this song into 4 sections. Here is section 1 with both the right and left hand parts. Pay close attention to the fingerings. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now here's section 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here's section 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here's section 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now let's practice the whole song at a reduced speed. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's play the whole song up to speed and with the band. Well, that's our introduction to the keyboard video. Remember, the keyboard primer book contains all the information in the video plus additional information and an audio CD. From all of us at Cassette and Video Learning, thanks and have fun playing the keyboard.